Hi and welcome back to my channel. So I'm super excited about today's video because today I'm going to be talking about probably my favorite holiday movie, and that is The Polar Express. Now, I got to know this story when my daughter was I think she was in elementary school, and they had to do a book report and a diorama. Well, she picked this book, and I'm not even quite sure how, but I'm so glad that she did because I absolutely love this story. I love the story, but you've got to see the movie when it comes on, and you can catch it on, I want to say, the Hallmark Channel. Could be wrong, but it's been on a couple of times this month, and I actually saw it twice last month. So let's jump right on in. So in this movie, The Polar Express, it stars Tom Hanks, Daryl Sabera, Nona Gay, Jimmy Bennett, Eddie Deason, Michael Jeter. And it was released October the 21st in 2004 in Chicago. November the 10th, 2004. And I guess it says United States, but I'm assuming it just meant everywhere else. Here's some interesting facts. The Polar Express is listed in the Guinness World Book of Records in 2006 as the first all-digital capture film. This is Castle Rock Entertainment's first animated film. The film also marks Michael Jeter's last acting role before his death, and the film was dedicated in his memory. So let me put a pin right there. I did not know this about the being in the Guinness Book of World Records. I'm going to have to go look that up. But I did not know that. But when I mentioned Michael Jeter's name, I forgot to mention that, as many of you know, that he recently passed away, and so this was his last acting role. And I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think what character he played in the movie. Anyway, maybe we'll figure out as we go along. So here's the plot. On Christmas Eve in the mid 1950s, a boy witnesses a train called the Polar Express that is about to depart for the North Pole. When the boy examines the engine, the conductor lets him on the train. The boy meets other children, including a girl and a know-it-all kid who has a hyperactive personality. When the train picks up Billy, the hero boy applies the emergency brakes. Billy initially declines to board, but changes his mind. The conductor summons a waiter team who gives the children hot chocolate, and the girl stows away one cup under her seat to give to Billy. And you all remember the little girl with the pigtails. She was the African American young lady in the movie, because he was in the observation car by himself. So she saved him some hot chocolate. The girl and the conductor go to deliver the hot chocolate cup to Billy, but the hero boy discovers the girl's ticket is unpunched. He loses it before he can return it. After the ticket is abused by the wind and the animals, it slips back into the train. The girl explains her lost ticket, and the conductor considers ejecting her before taking her for a walk on the top of the train instead. The hero boy locates the lost ticket and pursues them. Losing the girl and the conductor, the boy meets a hobo who claims he is the owner of the train and king of the North Pole. Desperate to find the girl, the hobo helps the boy by skiing down the rooftops as the Polar Express goes down a steep slope. Before reaching Flat Top Tunnel, the boy jumps into the engine's coal tender and finds the girl who is controlling the train. After the driver steamer and his aide Smokey replace the light steamer, witnesses something unusual ahead and orders the train to be stopped. The hero boy applies the brakes, and the engine on the train screeches to a halt when the conductor witnesses a caribou crossing. He pulls Smokey's beard, causing him to let out an animal-like sound, and the caribou horde clear out. I remember that. The train continues on, but it starts to speed up. The cotter pin of the throttle shears off, causing the train to run out of control, moving at dangerous speeds. The train becomes a roller coaster as it crosses Glacier Gulch and enters a frozen lake. The lost cotter pin pierces the ice, causing it to crack. Smokey uses his hairpin to repair the throttle. As the ice cracks, the conductor sends Steamer to the other side of the tracks before the icy lake shatters completely. So now the hero boy returns the girl's lost ticket for the conductor to punch. The conductor takes the two kids to a train car with abandoned toys. The hobo scares the hero boy with an Ebenezer Scrooge puppet, and the boy retreats to the observation car where the girl and Billy are singing. The trio sees auras, and the train finally reaches the North Pole. Upon arrival, kids form lines while the hero boy and girl see Billy depressed and alone in the observation car. They encourage Billy to go, but the carriage is unoccupied after the hero boy accidentally steps on the latch. It rolls downhill backwards and stops in a turntable. The trio explore the city's industrial area upon falling on a pile of presents, which are transported into a giant bag carried by a blimp. The giant bag is placed on Santa's sleigh, and elves remove the kids. As the reindeer are prepared, Santa arrives. One bell breaks loose from the harness, and the hero boy retrieves it. He first hears nothing, but when he believes, he hears a sound. Santa entrusts the boy with the bell as the first gift of Christmas. Santa leaves with his reindeer, and a band plays in celebration. The elves reattach the lost observation car back to the train, and the kids prepare to head home. The kids request the hero boy show the bell, but when he is devastated to learn that he has lost it, he regains his spirit after Billy is taken home. The hero boy is taken home, and everyone else bids him farewell. The next day on Christmas morning, the boy's sister wakes him up to open presents, including the bell that he lost, which comes with a note from Santa saying that he found it on the seat of his sleigh and should mend the hole, and that he should mend the hole in his pocket, because remember he had a hole in his pocket, and that's how the bell fell out. The parents hear nothing, and the boy leaves it on the table. The narrator ends the story by saying the bell only rings for those who truly believe. So, the film marks the final performance, as I said, of actor Michael Jeter. And Jeter died the year, and I didn't realize this, he died the year before the film was released. So, let's talk about the cast. So, Tom Hanks, he is the hero boy. The hero boy's father, the conductor, the hobo, Scrooge, Santa Claus, and the narrator. So if you remember, he played a lot of roles in this movie. Leslie Zeckmis as Sister Sarah and the hero boy's mother. Eddie Deason, he was the know-it-all kid. And I think the know-it-all kid was the one with the glasses, if I remember correctly. Nona Gay was the hero girl. Peter Scolari, he was Billy, the lonely boy. Dylan Cash was the boy on the train, the voice anyway. Brandon King and Andy Pellick were the pastry chefs. Josh Ely, Rolandis Hendricks, John Scott, Sean Scott, Mark Mendoka, Mark Goodman, Gregory Gass, and Gordon Hart were the waiters. Andre, whose last name I cannot pronounce, I'm so sorry about that, was Smokey, and Steamer, the voice. Michael Jeter, in his final film role, was Smokey, and Steamer, the motion capture only. Chris Coppola was Gus the Toothless Boy and an elf. And then Connor Mathis was the Toothless Boy, which was the additional motion capture. Now, if you didn't see the movie, probably some of what I'm sharing with you right now, you're not going to understand what I'm talking about. So you got to go see the movie. Now, Julene Renee was the redhead girl and an elf. And Phil Fundarco, Debbie Lee Carrington, Mark Pavanelli, and Ed Gale, they were the elves. Charles Fisher, he was the elf general. Steven Tyler was the elf lieutenant and the elf singer. Dante Pastula was the little boy. Eric Newton, Aiden O'Shea, Aaron Hendry, Kevin Carr, B.J. Joyer, Jenna Carpenter, Kareen, can't pronounce the last name, Beth Carpenter, Bill Fortune, Devin Henderson, and Sagiv Benyamin were the acrobatic elves. And then Evan Sabera was the young boy. It just says additional motion capture. Now, the film was nominated for 3 Academy Awards. It was Best Sound Editing, Best Sound Mixing, and Best Original Song for Believe. So, those have been your interesting facts behind the scenes, if you will, of the Polar Express. And like I said, if you have not seen the Polar Express, I highly recommend that you do, because it's just such a very moving movie. You know, it's very interesting to watch. Like I said, reading the book was much different, of course, than seeing the movie, but to see all of the pieces and the people and all of that was just, it was really, really great. And what touched my heart the most was that bell. And I love that as long as you believed in Santa and Christmas and all that great stuff, you could hear the ringing of the bell. If you remember in the movie, the little boy could hear the ringing until he got a little older, when he couldn't hear it anymore. Now, his parents couldn't hear it because they didn't believe in Santa. So they never could hear it, and they thought, and I remember the mother saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry that you received the bell that didn't work." But little did they know, it did work. So, that is all I have to share with you. This has been video number 8, and I am so looking forward to, we have a few more videos to go before we call it a wrap for this holiday season. I love you all so very much. Thank you so much for continuing to support me. If you came to this page by accident and you're not already subscribed, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, because I don't want you to miss anything. Let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We still have, like I said, quite a few more videos to go. And I cannot wait to share with you the night before Christmas on Christmas Eve, which will be our 11th video. So again, I don't want you to miss anything. So please be sure to hit that subscribe button. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care.